question in a derogatory manner. If your video is on, please ensure that you are sitting in an upright and a proper position. Do not switch on and off your video when a speaker is speaking. And do not unmute yourself and speak in between when a speech is going on. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we move further, I would like to introduce someone who is the president of Anafonte Speakers Club. He has a creative bent of mind, and anything creative gives fuels to his mind. Currently, he is working with a tours and travel company in Goa and trying to change the face of tourism in Goa. Hopefully, we will be visiting your city very soon. He's also the current area director of W2 and the president of Anafonte Speakers Club. Please put your hands together and welcome with a big round of applause, Toastmaster Nigel Gomes. Toastmaster Nigel Gomes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shweta. For those of you who didn't catch it, if you ever want to do free advertising and use Toastmasters for your business purposes, that is how you do free advertising. But jokes aside, I do work for a travel and tourism based company in Goa. And if and when each and every one of you all do come to Goa, feel free to give me a call. I shall give you all a special Toastmaster discount. Fingers crossed. But beyond that, welcome to this joint meeting. And it is going to be an exciting meeting for today. I'm the president of Anafonte Speakers Club. And let me open the agenda. Yes. Welcome to this meeting between Anafonte Speakers Club and Virtuo Masters. The theme for today is A Tale of Two Cities. And in order to take this meeting forward, I'd like to call upon the Toastmaster of the day, once again, Toastmaster Shweta.
Please keep it going for our wonderful President Toastmaster Nigel. Dibori Sans Diem. Shubho Shandhya. Good evening, my fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I welcome you all once again to this special meeting, special virtual joint meeting of Anafonte Speakers Club and Virtuo Masters Club. Now, I was wondering why Anafonte Speakers Club is named like this, Anafonte. Anyone?
Fountains, something to do with fountains?
Yeah, can't listen.
Something to do with fountains?
City of Fountains.
Yes. Yeah, not exactly fountains. I think Anafonte is a garden in Madgaon, where this club is situated.
Well, to be honest, there's actually a different meaning to it.
Okay.
Of course, it's a place in Goa where our club was originally founded and formed, and because it was a community club, we got that name. But in short, Ana, if you actually Google for it, is an archaic noun that is used for an anecdote of literary gossip about people. Okay, and font basically implies a spring or a place where this starts. So it's the place where all gossip starts, in short.
Okay, so rightly then it is named Toastmasters Club because we are talking so much. So as you have seen that we have gained some information about Anafonte Speakers Club, and same way Virtuo Masters have been named like that because, anyone? Because it's the first virtual club of District 41 and started by in these tough times by none other than our DTM Rohan Nag. So let's make this meeting quite interesting and interactive also. I'll share some interesting facts about both the places, Tale of Two Cities. Goa, and Kolkata. So to start with, if Kolkata is the cultural capital of India, then Goa is the fun capital of India. Do you all know that?
Yes.
Obviously, you all know. Can you guess how many bars do you have in Goa? Anyone can unmute and say? People from Goa must be knowing.
I know
Enough to not complain about.
Yeah, I know. I know there are 4 in every street. I don't know how many streets are there.
Okay, so I'll tell you. There are more than 7,000 bars in Goa. So in an area of, I think, 3,702 square kilometers, you have 7,000 bars. Keep it up. Okay. Now, one more interesting thing about Goa is it has the highest per capita income. So I guess most of the people there are rich. Highest per capita income in India. I think it's around 1.9 lakhs per annum. Great going. And the last interesting thing about Goa, it has the first medical school and the first English medium school set up in India. Very good initiative. So I've told 3 interesting things about Goa, but I should say 3 interesting things about Kolkata too. So Kolkata has the first underground railway system of India. The first metro, underground metro, started in Kolkata. Anyone knows the Great Banyan Tree? Have heard of the Great Banyan Tree in the Botanical Garden? It is the largest tree of the world. And thirdly, the Salt Lake Stadium is the second largest football stadium in the world. It is in Kolkata. So with these 3 interesting facts about both the cities, let us move on further. As you all know, and I'll tell you again for the benefit of guests, that every Toastmaster meeting has 3 sections. The first section is the prepared speech section, where the speakers come prepared with their speeches based on their objectives. And the time limit of those speeches will be specified by the timers, by the respective evaluators. The second section, where the guest can also participate, is the most interesting and the most exciting section. That is the impromptu section, the table topic session, where a table topic master will throw topics on you and you will have to speak for about 1 to 2 minutes. And the third and the most important section of any Toastmaster meeting is the evaluation section. As you all know, that evaluation carves you into a better speaker. And so since this section is so important, we have a general evaluator to conduct that session. And today's general evaluator is someone very special, whom I look up to. She has been a Toastmaster since November 2015, first in Muscat, then in Kolkata. And here she is a member of 2 clubs, Elite Toastmasters Club and Virtuo Masters Club. She taught as a nursery teacher for 20 years in Muscat and is now a full-fledged homemaker. She has been to Goa. When I asked her to tell some interesting things about Goa, she told me she has been to Goa 4 times, but not even once with her husband. What she loves most about the people in Goa is their carefree attitude and the willingness to have fun at every opportunity. And she also loves the snacks on the beach where she can relax with a breezer and fish fry. So with a thunderous round of applause, please help me welcome Toastmaster Panna Ray as the general evaluator for today. Over to you, Panna.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Sweta. Friends, one of my favorite places in India is Goa. And I feel what comes into our mind when the word Goa comes up is exactly the type of person I am. Fun, free-spirited, and friendly. So I'm so glad that we are doing a joint session with a club from Goa. And yes, it is true. I've been to Goa 4 times, and none of the times I've been with my husband. I went once from school. I went once with my relatives. I went for a destination wedding, and I went with my girl gang. So none of the times my husband was there. Unfortunately, today, we will have fun, but unfortunately, I have a serious role. But we'll do it in a fun way, okay? As the general evaluator, my role is to evaluate the entire session from its tips to its toes. And to help me do that, I have a lovely team. I would like to call upon my first team member, Toastmaster Yogendra Lotlikar, who's going to play the role of the R counter. Toastmaster Yogendra joined just 2 months back. He has never visited Kolkata, and he says, as he's a sport lover, he would like to visit the Eden Gardens. I hope you do so soon, Toastmaster Yogendra. The mic is yours to explain the role of the R counter. Toastmaster Yogendra.
Thank you, T.M. Panna. Why is an R counter important? I used to wonder this when I first became a Toastmaster. The role didn't seem to add much value to me for someone in the audience. It wasn't until I started speaking regularly. I realized that as people who don't speak regularly on stage have a very conversational style of speaking. When we are speaking with friends, we tend to use a lot of filler words and we don't even realize it. When we go on a stage, with the shakiness in the feet and with the burden of remembering the speech, you tend to use a lot of filler words to mask your nervousness. The worst thing about this is when we use them, we don't even realize it. And this makes it quite hard for us to work on to eliminate it. That's where the R counter comes in. Hence, my role today is to catch all the filler words that the speaker is going to use and also let you all know, understand how the effectiveness of the speech will be affected if you use those filler words. I will be counting the words like and, so, these are the words which affects the filler words. Hence, try to avoid using those words. Towards the end, once the general evaluator calls for the report, we'll share my R counter report. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yogendra. And now I would like to call upon the next member of my team, Toastmaster Shreyas Sangam, who will be a grammarian for today. Toastmaster Shreyas has joined Toastmasters just 3 weeks back. He has also never been to Kolkata, but he has said a very beautiful thing which I want to share with you all. He said the one thing he likes about Kolkata is the virtual thread that binds its modern outlook with its age-old tradition. Very well said, Toastmaster Shreyas. And now the mic is yours to explain the grammarian role.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, and a very warm good evening to all of you. First of all, I wanted to confirm whether you all are able to see me and listen to my voice. Thank you. So my role as grammarian is to introduce the word of the day and encourage its use by speakers, evaluators, and table topic participants. It is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will note who uses the word of the day carefully, correctly or incorrectly. I will listen to word usage and note of any awkward or misuse of the English language, such as incomplete sentences, incorrect grammar, or even malappropriatism. I will also take note of any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. Let's begin. Word of the day, I'm also putting that in.
Toastmaster Shreyas, you're on mute. Please unmute yourself.
Sorry. So word of the day is solitude. Solitude means a state of seclusion or isolation. If I can give an example of this word, we can say that in this pandemic situation, we have enjoyed the beauty and solitude of the quiet beach in Goa more than ever. So you can use these words based on the applicability in your sentence. Thank you very much. All the best to all the speakers. At the end of the session, when the general evaluator will ask me, I will be giving the detailed report of my grammarian analysis. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shreyas. Now, I would like to call the next member of my team, Toastmaster Tanvi Chanekar, who's going to be the timer. Toastmaster Tanvi joined Toastmasters in 2018 and is the Vice President Education of her club. She has come to Kolkata once in 2011 with her friends and was very happy that at last she could eat fish here after traveling through many vegetarian states for a month. Toastmaster Tanvi, the mic is yours for explaining the timing rules for today's session.
Thank you, Toastmaster Panna. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. I am Toastmaster Tanvi from Anafondi Speakers Club, and I'm the timer for today's meeting. So today, my role is to keep a track of time, especially with regards to whether the meeting started on time, whether we followed the agenda as far as the timings are concerned, and whether we'll be ending on time. But my biggest role today is to act as a timer guide for all the speakers. So all the speakers for today's meeting have been allotted a time frame, the minimum and maximum time. So I will be informing the speakers when their time is up. So when they cross the minimum time, I will be showing the green card. Is the green card visible? Okay.
Yes, yes.
So this minimum time is also the qualifying time for the speaker. Once the speaker is somewhere midway between the maximum and minimum time allotted, I'll be showing the yellow card. And once the speaker has spoken for maximum time, I will be showing the red card. After I have shown the red card, the speaker has a 30 seconds grace period to wrap up his or her speech. Should the speaker choose to go over the grace period of 30 seconds, he or she shall not be eligible for the Best Speaker Award at the end of the meeting. So today, for prepared speeches, we have two speeches. One is the icebreaker, which is 4 to 6 minutes long. So I will be showing the green card at 4 minutes, yellow at 5 minutes, and red at 6 minutes. Again, we have the grace period of 30 seconds. For the second speech, which is 5 to 7 minutes long, I will be showing the green at 5 minutes, yellow at 6 minutes, and red at 7 minutes. Again, the speaker has a grace period of 30 seconds. For table topics, the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. So I will be showing the green card at 1 minute, yellow at 1.5 minutes, and green at 2 minutes. Again, there's a grace period of 30 seconds. And for evaluation speeches, the time allotted is 2 to 3 minutes. So I'll be showing the green card at 2 minutes, yellow at 2.5 minutes, and red at 3 minutes. Again, the speaker gets a grace period of 30 seconds. Also, today, these cards will be used in case of emergency. I will be actually sharing my screen so that the speakers can see the timer cards and their times. So, can you see the screen? Yes. So I'll be sharing this screen and I'll be selecting. Okay. So basically, once the speaker starts speaking, the screen will be displayed and the screen will turn green, yellow, and red at appropriate timings. Now we do have a few visually impaired members participating today. So for them, I'll be using the audio cues. So for green, I will be banging this steel bottle with my pen, and once for green signal, twice for yellow signal, and thrice for red signal. Was the cue audible?
To me,
Can someone? It was, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So I will be giving my report at the end of the meeting when prompted by our general evaluator, Toastmaster Panna. So thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster.
Toastmaster Panna, your audio is muted. We can't hear you.
Now is it okay?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Thank you, Toastmaster Tanvi. Now I would like to call upon a table topic evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Archita Tiwari. And she has never been to Goa, but she has full plans to go there with her girl gang once this pandemic is over. She wants to visit the beaches, the old churches, and do the entire syllabus. I hope you get to do that soon, distinguished Toastmaster Archita. The mic is yours.
Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, you're audible.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here. And I would like to say that as the table topics evaluator, my role is going to be very simple. I will give the table topic speakers an insight into what are the things that they've done amazing and what are the areas that they need to improve as a table topic speaker. Just a few tips that I'd like to share before the table topic speakers go on stage. Guys, please remember that just like anything, this is a conversation with the audience. Speak whatever comes to your mind and heart with respect to the topic and try to have a conclusion if possible. All my other tips will come when the general evaluator calls me to give my report. Thank you.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Archita. With that, I would like to hand over the stage to our Toastmaster of the Day, Sweta Singhania. The mic is yours.
Thank you. Please keep it going for our wonderful general evaluator, Toastmaster Panna. I would like to acknowledge the presence of someone. She's a district champion of table topic speeches. Toastmaster Nikita, are you here? Toastmaster Nikita?
Yes.
Toastmaster Nikita Prabhu. Please help me welcome her with a thunderous round of applause. Thank you, Nikita, for joining today.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shweta.
So how many of you know that Goa is also called Pearl of Orient? Because of its splendid natural beauty. And how many of you are lovers of golf? The people from Goa, have you heard of the Royal Calcutta Golf Club? It is the first golf club outside the UK, and that's in Kolkata. So with this, I will move on quickly with my first section, the prepared speech section. Our first prepared speaker is delivering his icebreaker. So I would urge you all to give a standing ovation to the speaker. Now, before I call the speaker on the podium, I would request his evaluator, DTM Siddharth Churiwal, to kindly explain the objectives of the speech. Over to you, Siddharth.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Shweta. Our first speaker is starting his Toastmasters journey right now, and is giving the icebreaker speech. And the purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of the public speech. The time limit once again is 4 to 6 minutes. All the best to the speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. So the speaker is a young, energetic, and enthusiastic person, having served almost 30 years of his life in pharmaceutical company. He has a love towards stage acting and music. He has been associated with Art of Living NGO organization and worked for almost 15 years with them as a service conducting free classes for villagers on lifestyles, eating habits, yoga, meditation, and pranayama exercise. He has never been to Kolkata, so he has no idea about Kolkata apart from the Rasgullas of Kolkata. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Anil Prabhu with his speech title. His speech is mentored by Toastmaster Renu Chopra. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Anil Prabhu with his speech title, Challenges and changes. Challenges and changes. Toastmaster Anil Prabhu. Over to you.
Challenges and changes. You can't spell challenge without change. If you are going to rise to the challenge, you have to be prepared to change. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. This is exactly what I lived. I am Anil Prabhu, born in Goa, raised in Mumbai. Having completed my graduation in commerce from Mumbai University, guess what would be my first job? As a surveyor with Indian Express, wherein I was getting feedback on the news presentation on the newspapers. Simultaneously, I also joined a chartered accountant firm where I was getting a feel of the subject, but also an experience which I cannot forget in my life. I was working there for 3 months and without pay. And the day when I asked my boss about my salary, I was said, you are getting experience and no pay. Those were the days when we used to have vacation classes for extracurricular activities. Little Theatre, the place where young artists were trained. As an enthusiastic person and love for acting, I approached a stage director who was well known to me and also the trainer in that institution. What a mess for me. When I was asked to jump from the 3rd floor, looking at my 0 figure and a dose of advice to improve upon my health. As I graduated from the university, I started searching for the jobs and hopped in for about 4 or 5 jobs. Finally, to settle in a safe zone of a government job under Ministry of Surface Transport. I was working in Lal Bahadur Shastri Nautical and Engineering College, a college where seafarers were given different trainings. The scenery was so beautiful that it reminded me of my Goa. Here I used to interact with the cadets, the captains, engineers, and the seafarers for selecting them for the courses. Almost about 5 years of my service, I then got an opportunity totally different from what my subject and knowledge was. Administration manager, officer in a pharma company. After joining this company, almost after 6 months, I was given to head the entire North Zone, along with an additional responsibility to settle the claims of All India Chemist and Druggist. Indeed, life was pacing up, just like the city I was living in. Mumbai is said to be a Sapno ki Nagari, but for me, my dream was to settle in Goa. After about 8 years of my dedicated service, my patience paid off, and I was transferred with a promotion to Goa. And there I am in my dreamland, in my dream job. When I came to Goa, I was given the charge of this plant, a totally new subject, not knowing anything about what has to be done. But as I go on with my duties assigned to me, I started developing the skills and the knowledge required. This helped me to achieve different roles at every year, ranging from interacting with the press people, upgrading of the systems and the facility, interacting with political people, interacting with stringent auditors who are coming from US, UK, Germany, Brazil for the audits in our facility. I was also a tourist guide for these auditors. Let me not forget before I close on and tell you that if you have anything in Goa which is falling short for your visit, please contact me. As I said, juggling around all my duties, I was having no time spare for my family. Yes, at this juncture, I have to thank my family for supporting me and understanding my role. Now, finally, when I was in this, I was totally meshed not to know what I have to do. When I started looking at these responsibilities and when I started interacting with these people, I realized there was a communication problem as their accent and my accent was totally different. But somehow the skills here helped me to interact in a safe manner and the work went through. Slowly, with this hard work of mine and the skills of mine helped me to achieve for my company the US FDA and the UK MHRA approval. And hard work paid off. My company gave me an award of best manager. And as I said, sometimes standing out can be a problem. Time came when I was asked to return back to my head office in Mumbai to give my expertise on my setting up of the plant here and the systems developed. The decision which was not accepted by me. It was totally a disappointment for me, but I had no choice. I now recollected what I had missed. Yes, after running after my career and trying to achieve my target, I had missed my family. And exactly for this purpose, for 8 long years, although I was in Mumbai, I traveled all the way from Mumbai to Goa each and every weekend until I retired just 2 years back. It was now that I understood how much I had missed of my living while I was running after the deadlines and responsibilities. Better late than never. I decided I live to pursue whatever I love. Starting from theater workshop to learning the music and now to Toastmasters. In Toastmasters, I would like to enhance my skills of interpersonal relationship and also develop motivational speakers skill. I would also like to heal the people's mind and try to accommodate whatever I can do for them. I now got it. You doesn't require to do better than anyone else. You just require to be better than what you used to be. I hope my speeches found excellently nice to you, and thank you for your silent listening. Over to you, T.T. Amodi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anil, for such a lovely speech. I would request everyone to have 1 minute silence and send a line of feedback on the chat box of Toastmaster Anil. And timer, please show me the red card after 1 minute. Thank you, Toastmaster Tanvi. It's time for the second speech. Before I call the second speaker, I would ask his evaluator, DTM Colin, to kindly read out the objectives of the speech. Yes.
One minute, I think. Okay, I'll move on without the video. The purpose statement or the objectives of your speech, Toastmaster Anurag, is for you to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring and for you to
to some aspect of a previous experience as a protege. You got 5 to 7 minutes, Master Anurag. All the best.
Okay, the second speaker is a DTM, a dedicated Toastmaster. And he's ready to take up any challenge and project with zeal and enthusiasm. When I asked her some interesting thing about Goa and Kolkata, he said, there are no beaches in Kolkata, but no Sandesh in Goa. Only party in Goa. Alas, no party in Goa, in Kolkata. So with a thunderous round of applause, please welcome Toastmaster Anurag Jain. His speech is being mentored by Toastmaster Gagandeep, and his speech title is Touch of the Master's Hand. Toastmaster Anurag Jain, Touch of the Master's Hand. Over to you.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. For the first 16 years of my existence, I was not able to make sense of my life. That is from 1997 November the 1st till 1st November 2013. I was aimless, careless, useless, but doubtful. I was not able to know what to do with my life. I was neither good at sports, nor did I perform well in academics. The only skill that I had was sleeping, and the only hobby that I had was eating. So the night when I turned 17, when I was sleeping as usual, I heard a divine voice. Anurag, you can't go on with your life like this. You need to be more productive. And to help you, I'm sending an angel as a mentor, Mr. Das Gupta. So when I was promoted to class 11, I met Mr. Das Gupta. He's a class teacher and he taught us accountancy. There are two characteristics of him that I would like to share. One, forward looking. He didn't judge me from my past. Rather, he saw what potential I had. He motivated me, he cajoled me to study so that I can do something, be someone, and stand somewhere in my life. He wishes nothing but success for me. The second characteristic is that he's friendly. He's someone with whom I could share all my thoughts and feelings without any apprehensions. And it is because of him that I have been able to ace my class 12 examinations and got admission in one of the best colleges in India. Today, I might not be successful in the truest sense of the word, but I am well placed. This is the change that happens by the touch of the master's hand. When I joined Toastmasters, for the first 16 days, I was bewildered, bemused, befuddled, but enthusiastic. I didn't know what to speak, when to speak, or how to speak. Well, one day, when I was eating, as usual, Toastmaster Ashish, our VP Education, called me and said, Anurag, why aren't you giving your speeches? You need to complete your pathways. And to help you complete your pathways, I'm assigning you an angel as a mentor, Toastmaster Gagan. Now, Toastmaster Gagandeep is someone who has already created a mark in Toastmasters fraternity with his calm and composed demeanor and eloquent speeches. I was grateful to Toastmaster Ashish for assigning him as my mentor. There are two characteristics of him that I would like to share. One, forward looking. Behind that calm and composed demeanor is a person who can see what potential the other person has. He didn't let my past be a prologue to my future in Toastmasters. He guided me, he mentored my speeches, and he held my hand throughout. Second quality that he has is that he's friendly. Whenever I call him up and say, "Hey, Toastmaster Gagan, I'm going to deliver my speech next weekend," he's always more than happy to help me. He has always helped me even at the 11th hour. And it is because of him that I have been able to bag the Best Speaker Award whenever I have come up on the podium. The only exception being once when he himself was speaking. This is not something that I'm boasting about myself. Please don't get me wrong. It is his hard work, his dedication that reflects through me. It is his inputs, his ideas, his winning. Today, I can stand in front of a crowd and speak with confidence and conviction. This is the change that happens by the touch of the master's hands. It is the hard work and dedication of the mentors that live through their mentees. Take any example you want, be it Vishwamitra and Rama, be it Vasudeva and Arjun, be it Parshuram and Karna, be it Aristotle and Alexander, be it Socrates and Plato, be it Chanakya and Chandragupta. It is the touch of the master's hand that challenges their mentee to create history and change the course of future. Myra Brooks Welch has rightly said, and many a man with life out of tune is auctioned cheap to the thoughtless crowd. But when the master comes, the thoughtless crowd can never quite understand the worth of a soul and the change that is wrought by the touch of the master's hand. Thank you, and over to you.
Wonderful, wonderful Toastmaster Anurag. Please give a wonderful round of applause to Toastmaster Anurag Jain. And again, 1 minute of silence and a line of feedback on the chat box. Okay, I can't see the timer. Is the 1 minute over?
Eight more seconds. Yes, time's up.
Tanvi, can you stop this sharing screen? I move on with the table topic section.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so now we are moving on to the exciting session of any Toastmasters meeting. Now, since the session is exciting, so first we should discuss something exciting about Goa or Kolkata. So I would like to ask you all, can anyone share some exciting experience either of Goa or Kolkata? Anyone? They can unmute themselves and say. And one is in Goa or Kolkata, it must be exciting only, no?
It
No
is
one
the
is there
world
to
of a
share their
difference.
experience. Yeah. Someone
Nidhi.
said.
Yeah. Hi, Shweta. Hi,
Ah,
Toastmaster
Nidhi,
Shweta.
yes, Nidhi.
Yeah. It is the world of difference. I have been to Goa and we have been on a ride in the bike with my husband. And trust me, every day we used to ride from South, we stayed in South Goa and we used to go for the party in North Goa. So every day we used to travel. It was just amazing and surreal. Actually, the solitude in that solitude we found solace. Honestly, it was so good. I can't explain. But again, coming back to Kolkata, the warmth is there. It's because it is our city.
No doubt, yes.
I'd like to share something during a brief experience having visited Kolkata
Okay, yeah, sure.
last year. What strikes you most about Kolkata is as you're flying over in the aircraft, you realize that it has got coconut trees, and you wonder at that particular point in time, have I reached the right destination to where I've come from, or am I going to the wrong place? Right, because it looks very much like Goa from that point.
Okay.
Furthermore, what is charming about Calcutta is the British architecture that still exists in so many of those places, which is tremendous. And especially to have a tram ride over there, goodness me, an experience of a lifetime. Takes you back to the old world.
Yes. Oh, the only city in India which has a tram network, tram ride. So have you tasted Rasagullas of Kolkata?
Yes, Mr. Das has been extremely kind. I came back with a couple of tins as well.
Okay. So we now move on to the table topic session. And to conduct this session, we have a member from Anafonte Speakers Club. He has recently joined Toastmasters, and it is a first role in a Toastmasters meeting. So a big round of applause for that. And when I asked him about any interesting experience about Kolkata, he told that about Kolkata, there are many things which he finds fascinating. Football, fish, Saurabh Dada, and of course, Rasgulla. And Kolkata is definitely on his on his list of places to visit once, but he hasn't visited, I think. So he's saying that he will visit once the COVID situation clears up. So with that 100th round of applause, please help me welcome Toastmaster Aditya Aroskar as a table topic master for today. Over to you, Aditya.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Shweta. I hope everyone can hear and see me.
Yes.
Thank you. Welcome to my fellow Toastmasters and guests. This is one of the more fast-paced and exciting part of the meeting, which we call as a table topics contest. For those who are new, just a short introduction. Table topics differs from your traditional prepared speech because it's impromptu. You don't have time to prepare. You have to prepare within a very short period and speak based upon all your past experience and knowledge and all the people you have heard about. So, table topics is a very useful life skill, and it's used in almost every situation that we deal with on a daily basis. Imagine going for a coffee break in your office and coming across your boss and he asks you, hey, how was your trip last weekend to the headquarters? Now, from that instance, you have approximately 5 to 10 seconds to think, oh, what have I heard? What did I see? And then come out with a very relevant response that a person in front would find interesting. Got it? That's what table topics is all about. Speaking something which the other person finds relevant and interesting, and that too coming up in a very short period of time. It's a few moments of solitude which you have to get a complete attention from the other person and convey your message in a nice short way. So having said that, coming to the timings, the speakers have about 1 to 2 minutes to speak with an additional grace period of 30 seconds. So maximum 2 minutes, 30 seconds is where you have to wind up your speech, after which you get disqualified. So having said that, I would like to know who would like to nominate themselves. So
hello.
Yeah.
I'll going to nominate first. Hello. Akshay.
Akshay, very nice to always hear from you. So here's your
eye
topic.
contact is fine. Hello. Eye contact is fine. Am I visible? Hello.
Yes, Akshay, you are.
Okay. Thanks.
Aditya, you are muted. And timer for Akshay, I'm certain that you're aware of his timing device to be changed to a sound.
Yes. Yeah, that's fine.
So Toastmaster Akshay, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Yes. So your topic is Hard times are the best teachers. Hard times are the best teachers. Toastmaster Akshay.
What's that? Repeat again, please.
Hard times
Hard
are
time.
the best teachers. Hard times are the best teachers.
Very good evening, my fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I completely believe hard time is a best teacher. I am strongly agreed as well. Due to the present situation of COVID-19, we are in the solitude. We are not going outside as well. It's our opportunity to do something extra. I'd like to say my example. When we were in the physical era, I used to attend only one club, and that is Goa YMCA Toastmasters. In today, I can attend every single club of Goa, and it teaches me how to communicate with people and how to interact with each other. And the best thing is how to participate for the table topics. That is a great thing which I learned. To summarize, hard time is a best teacher in our life. Thank you, and over to you, Tabletop Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akshay, for the wonderful speech. We have one person who has raised his hand. So that would be, sorry, it seems to have disappeared. But any
Toastmaster
other volunteer?
Amrish. Toastmaster Amrish had raised his hand. Yeah, Nigel, you were saying something.
Yeah, there are a couple of members that would like to take on table topics as well. They've mentioned in the chat.
Oh.
So I can tell you their names in case you're using it on the phone. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The first Toastmaster, I think Toastmaster Krish mentioned, right?
Yes,
Toastmaster Amrish. Toastmaster Amrish, yeah.
Yes.
And then we have Toastmaster Pratiti and Toastmaster Jaita.
Okay. So can we start with Toastmaster Amrish?
Yes. Yes.
Amrish, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So, Toastmaster Amrish, your topic is success is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Success is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Success. It takes me back to 2009. After resigning my job from my job at Reliance, I came back to Kolkata. I'm a chartered accountant and I have started my practice in taxation and accounting. At that time, I was alone. I started my gradually in 10 years, I make a team of 20 people. It was my vision that I need to work in different areas and accelerate knowledge in all the areas in which I am working. And that leads to myself to the success. And it is the determination and dedication which always help me to move towards my goal. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amrish, for the wonderful speech. We move on to the next participant.
Toastmaster Jayita.
Yeah, I'm here. Somehow I'm not able to switch on my video. It's showing me host is not. It's showing me the video because the host has disabled it.
Okay.
Toastmaster Joyita, we have sent you a request to turn on your video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Toastmaster Aditya, you can go ahead.
Yeah. So, Toastmaster Joyita, can you see the screen and can we start?
Yeah.
Okay. So your topic is, it's a slightly complicated one, but here it goes. Your topic is, those who own much have much to fear. Those who own much have much to fear. Toastmaster Joyita.
Good evening, everyone. Yes, the topic, thanks for giving me such a wonderful topic. Yes, those who actually own much, they have a lot of things to spend on. Suppose if you are earning much, then you will have the tendency to spend much in different areas. Like for example, when I started my job, I used to get a very less salary. So that time I never thought of getting more assets to make my own portfolio. But once I started getting a handsome salary, I started thinking to spend more to spend more in different segments. So this is definitely, and this is something which we all should do, because if we do not have the aim of spending more, it's not it's no point of to own much. To earn much. So definitely, more we spend, more we will have the taste of spending in lot of segments. So yes, I will go for it. If I have more, if I again in future will have more, I will definitely go for spending more. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Joyita, for your speech. Toastmaster Tanvi, do we have time for one more?
Tanvi, you're on mute.
Yes, we are already 5 minutes late or so. So just take one more topic and wrap up the session.
One more.
That is a
Okay.
request, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So the next.
Toastmaster Pratiti is there.
I'm sorry. Can you just repeat?
Pratiti.
Okay.
Toastmaster Pratiti, are you?
Yeah, I'm here only. Like you're audible.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So Toastmaster Pratiti, can we start with your topic? Yeah. Your topic is, it is very simple to be happy, but it is very difficult to be simple. It is very simple to be happy, but it is very difficult to be simple. Toastmaster Pratiti.
Sir, can you repeat the topic once more?
Yes. It is very simple to be happy, but it is very difficult to be simple.
Okay.
Okay.
I wish a very warm evening to my fellow Toastmasters and guests over here. So, the topic is, it is very simple to be happy, but it is very difficult to be simple. Hearing this term, I I time travel back to the Victorian era, where Jane Austen penned down a legendary character, a legendary female character called Elizabeth Bennet. So Elizabeth, giving a brief about Elizabeth Bennet, she was the female protagonist of Pride and Prejudice, which is one of the novels which are very close to my heart. So Elizabeth Bennet was born to. If we take the example of Elizabeth Bennet, we see that she is faced with many difficult situations where she has to take a decision between being being content with what she has, or plundering after, or running after running after the mirage of so-called richness and happiness. I guess it is very simple to be happy, because happiness doesn't come from happiness doesn't stem from money or any material belonging. Happiness is a state of mind, like people like Elizabeth Bennet do. They can be achieved in any condition, in any material condition, if you are content with the surroundings you live in. But again, according to the topic that has been allotted to me is that it's very difficult to be simple. Yes, people have so much lust for material possessions, so much desires for worldly power, that we often forget that if we need simplicity is the key to actual happiness in life. So, sir, that's it for me. Yeah, and I wrap up.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pradeep, for the wonderful speech. I think that's all the time we have for today for the Table Topics contest. And yeah, it's back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Shweta.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aditya, for such a wonderful session. I'm sorry my laptop got discharged, so I'm connecting from phone. So I won't be able to switch on my video. Now, since we are moving on to the next session, the evaluation session, and I would like to call upon our general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Panna, on the podium.
Thank you once again.
Help me welcome with a thunderous round of applause, Toastmaster Panna.
I'm so sorry. Thank you, Sweta. Thank you once again, Toastmaster Sweta. Now it's time for the evaluation section. So let's get on with it. Let me call on the first evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Siddharth Churiwal, to give the evaluation of Toastmaster Anil Prabhu, our first speaker. Distinguished Toastmaster Siddharth Churiwal, the mic is yours.
Hello everyone. I'm not able to start my video because the host has stopped it. Can someone, or should I speak just like that?
Toastmaster Mridula is going to sort it out. Just give me 2 seconds.
Okay. Thank you, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters and guests, and Toastmaster Anil Prabhu in particular. Congratulations on taking off your flight in the journey of communication and leadership. Toastmaster Anil, I thought that you gave a wonderful account of your work life and how you were an enthusiastic actor and then how you moved for a government job, then moving on to the pharma company, and finally how you landed a dream job in Goa. You also shared a personal regret that you, because of your work life, you were not able to give time to your family. And then in the end, you also mentioned what are the reasons why you wanted to join Toastmasters. So Toastmaster Anil, I thought that throughout your speech, you gave a wonderful account of your work life, which which told me a lot about how you see your work and what are the challenges you faced and what are the changes it required in you. However, the purpose of Project One is to get to know you as a person. But what I could feel that I could only understand one aspect of your life, which was your work life. For example, when you mentioned that about your family, I was left wondering how many kids you have. Did they also travel with you when you moved from Goa to Bombay, or for that matter, other places? How did they take, you gave your perspective, how did they take about you not giving time to them, right? How did your children react? Which school they go to, right? All those things which were left wondering for me. The other thing which I would like to mention to you, that throughout your speech, I noticed that either you are looking up or looking towards your bottom right while delivering the speech, which made me feel that either you are trying to remember the speech, like when you look up and you speak, then it appears to me or the audience that you're trying to remember and deliver the speech. And when you're looking onto your bottom right, it made me feel that you are looking at the notes and perhaps taking some look at your notes and then delivering the speech. There is absolutely nothing wrong at looking at the speech notes or trying to remember and deliver the speech. However, what happens is in public speaking is that the aim is to connect with the audience. So for example, if I'm looking at the camera right now, I'm speaking, I'm able to make a better contact with the audience versus I'm looking right now at the bottom or looking up on the sky and trying to think. So it distracts the audience from making a connection with you. So it is your responsibility as a speaker to create a connection with the audience. And in this virtual medium, the only way to do is to look into the camera and speak. So the easiest and the hardest solution is only one thing, which is practice. So you need to practice your speeches more so that you can deliver the speech totally from your practice and look straight into the camera and speak. That way you will have a stronger connection with the audience. Toastmaster Anil, you are the pilot of your flight and there will be turbulence on the way, but however, you will be feeling very happy that you took on this journey of communication and leadership. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Siddharth. Distinguished Toastmaster Siddharth, I'm sorry there.
No, thank you.
That was a beautiful analytical evaluation. You gave beautiful points and you told him how he can do better and what looks good on an online platform. That will really help him in his onward journey. Toastmaster Anil Prabhu, I really loved your speech and I absolutely agree with all the evaluation points that your evaluator gave. One thing I would like to commend you on in addition is the beautiful expressions that accompanied your speech and your hand gestures. It was a wonderful for a first-time speaker. Kudos to you on that. Now it's time to call Distinguished Toastmaster Colin Savicoelho to evaluate Toastmaster Anurag Jain, our second speaker. The mic is yours, Distinguished Toastmaster Colin.
Thank you. Fellow Toastmasters, guests, and particularly my speaker, DTM Anurag. Well, this speech was something else. It's always nice to hear speakers from other clubs. And today I found some new things coming up in your speech too. One thing I liked about your speech is the humor you used. Very subtle humor, but you did have humor in at least 3 to 4 places, which is very important in any speech. Besides that, I like the smooth delivery. Very smooth delivery. You went through the whole process. You prepared well, you practiced well, and of course, it was a nice, smooth delivery. You divided your speech into 2 parts. The first part was about your teacher, and the second part was about your Toastmaster mentor. So the 2 mentors came together very clearly. One common aspect was forward-looking. You found both of them forward-looking. Well, that is a nice thing to have in a mentor, and I think that gave me the idea that you had the best mentors in both cases. You had the teacher who gave you a chance to succeed, changed a lot for you, changed the aimless, the careless, and the useless person that you described yourself as, which I don't believe is true, but I'm just saying it, and made you into a successful person. Well, that was something which your mentor did in school, your teacher. And your Toastmaster mentor, again, forward thinking, guided you, mentored you, held your hand, took you forward, and was very friendly. Now, this is exactly what we look forward to in a Toastmaster mentor. And both the things, finally, as Toastmaster mentors, supposed to be make sure that your protege is successful. And I think you brought out those aspects very clearly. Now, the touch, I would say there was a touch of 2 masters in this, and you really brought forward the 2 masters very vividly and brought out the characteristics in the two masters very vividly, which of course make the best mentors. Now, the few things which I would like to suggest is, one is on your pauses. I think you would have a little more effect if you had pauses. One of them was, am I eating as usual? That's what you said. I would say, am I eating as usual? A slight pause there. And the second one is, the only exception was when he was the speaker, when you were talking about your mentor. Instead of that, you could have said, the only exception was when he was the speaker. It could have enhanced it a little bit and made us laugh a little also. And I think the last part of it is that I heard a very good speech today. Great humor, well developed, I would say, well practiced, well developed. If you just pay a little attention to the pauses and maybe a few other things here and there, you would have made, I'm sure you will make a better speech. All the best to you.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Colin, for that evaluation. That you gave a lot of points. If I can add on a few more points. Toastmaster Anurag, first of all, is not DTM. He would have loved to be a DTM. Toastmaster Anurag. Okay, I love the way how you brought your topic, the title of your speech, into the speech, how you incorporated touch of the master hand every time it came in. Beautifully done. One suggestion I have to you, I want to give you is overuse of gestures. You were literally enacting every word of your speech. Yes, cut it short a bit so that, we can think and visualize it without it being shown with your hand gestures. Just a little bit, it will take your speech to another level. That's the only suggestion I have for you, Toastmaster Anurag. Now it's time to call the table topic evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Archita Tiwari, to give us a feedback on the table topic speakers. Distinguished Toastmaster Archita, the stage is yours.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Hi. Thank you so much, first of all, for organizing this wonderful meeting, and I'm having a great time here listening to everybody. I personally think both the speakers were wonderful and they really gave us a good time with the speeches. Quickly coming to the table topic speakers, our first speaker has been Akshay, and Akshay's topic was hard times are the best teacher. Toastmaster Akshay, I would like to just tell you two things that I think you did well. One was you were the first person to raise your hand. And believe it or not, guys, even for veteran Toastmasters, that's a challenge. Table topics is one of the most exciting but also scary things that happens in Toastmasters. So the ability to raise your hand right at the very beginning is really, really commendable. So great enthusiasm shown. However, I feel that the positioning of your camera could have been a little better. What happens is, the reason why we're having this virtual meeting is because we almost want to feel like we're meeting in person. But if I keep the camera too close, it makes it a little awkward or uncomfortable for the audience members. So we have to make sure that the camera is placed in such a way where at least the whole of my face, if not everything else, is visible so that people are able to see my expressions. Hello? Am I audible or did I get disconnected?
Yes, you're audible, Toastmaster Archita.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is Akshay this year.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, this is Akshay.
Yeah. So I just
Yes.
feel that, if the camera could be placed in advance, other than that, I think your talk on the topic, right at the very beginning, you hit the nail in the head, and the talk was completely on point. Only a slight conclusion would have been better. But nonetheless, I feel you are someone with that kind of enthusiasm. Going first in table topics is something
Yeah,
that
man. Hello. Yeah. It's me only who participates for the every table topics in this club as well, even our club as well, in other club as well, across India. Chita? Hello, Toastmaster Chita? Hello?
Wait, Toastmaster Archita, I think, has got a connectivity issue.
Yes, I'm here. I'm so sorry. It got
Yes.
disconnected.
No, no, it's
Better
okay.
now?
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. So
I'm a
that's all
witness
for
of.
you, Akshay. All the best, and keep having that enthusiasm. And
Yes,
let's hope
thank
to
you.
see more of your table topic speeches.
You can invite me in your
Toastmaster
club as well.
Amrish, your topic. Absolutely, we'd love to host you both at Virtual Masters Club and also Kolkata Toastmasters Club that I belong to. And I'm sure Krish will help with all the details. He's become our one-stop destination for all meetings. So, Krish, can you promise to help us? No, Krish
Absolutely.
has vanished.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Next, of course, Amrish ji, that is Toastmaster Amrish. Success is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. You started with your own journey about how you were at Reliance and then you went on and got forward with your own firm. Again, personal touch to a table topic, the job very well done. However, again, Amrish ji, you're someone who's been here for quite some time now. When I look at a table topic from you, other than the personal story, I'm also expecting you to reflect back on the topic towards the end. Guys, let's please understand. Every topic will give you one or two keywords that you're supposed to reflect back in your speech. Otherwise, the audience forgets the topic towards the end. Trust me, I had written down your topic. Therefore, I remembered. But if towards the end, I would have felt that your topic was somewhere on the lines of how one should make it on their own. So you have to make sure that one or two words from the topic are always a part of your speech. With that, I think there was this one conversation that you had about how you have now expanded, and that is where you ended. So it was a very high end. Only if it could be framed a little better, I think it would have done the task in a very justifiable way. Can we move ahead with Joita? Is she here? Could someone please help me to say if Joita is here? I'm not being able to find her.
Yes, I'm there, Chika.
Okay.
I'm present
Yeah.
here.
Hi, Joita. Your topic was those who own have much to fear. Own a lot, own much, have much to fear. I think the one thing that you did brilliantly was that you started about talking about how people in the world today really want to own a lot. And that message was the key message of your speech, which was right at the very beginning. So I think that part of the job was very well done. You have a lot of confidence and you are an individual who has a beautiful smile, right? All through your speech, I could see this really, really nice smile that you have, the one that you have right now on screen. That smile really melts and captures hearts. So it makes it very, very easy for everyone to connect with you. Only one suggestion, Joita, that I have for you is you don't need to take a stand on the topic. You said, yes, I agree with the topic, and this is what it is. You don't have to mention whether or not you're agreeing. It's not a debate. It's an open-ended topic. You're free to agree or disagree, and that is for the audience to figure out. When you say, yes, I agree, they are expecting you to now say certain things. Don't build that expectation, because if you don't fulfill it, they'll find something amiss. So make sure that you don't clearly state that this is the stand I will take. Instead, leave it open to the audience to decide what you've spoken about. With that, keep that smile up, and I hope to see you more. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pratitha. Thank you. Thank you so much. Pratiti or Pratitha? I'm so
Pratiti.
sorry. I'm a little bad with names.
Pratiti.
Pratiti. Yes. So you had to talk about simplicity, and you took us right to Pride and Prejudice, and you spoke about how it is easy to be simple, but we don't follow it a lot. I think the content was well done. You used 2 quotes in your table topic, which is very difficult because I tend to forget all the quotes when it comes to speaking on a topic. But I feel that one point where you really could have improved is have a conclusion. You had a fabulous introduction because you immediately referred to a famous piece of work that all of us are aware with. But when you concluded, the enthusiasm, the killing part of a table topic was missing. So I think that really needs a little bit of work on. Other than that, Pratiti, you are a wonderful speaker, and you are also very well read from what it looks like. So keep making more, keep coming up for more table topics, and I'm sure you'll do a great job.
Thank you very much.
With that, I have just a couple of tips Most welcome. I just have a few couple of tips before I hand over to Madam General Evaluator. Those are general tips for everybody. Guys, like I've said before, please treat table topics as a conversation. Make sure that you're conversing with your audience and you're not exactly treating it as a speech. Okay, what happens if I forget the next line? What happens if I don't say things correct? You just have to make sure that. Hello?
Yeah, go on. Toastmaster Archita.
I'm so sorry. I was just checking the internet at my place. Yeah. So the Wi-Fi network keeps going on and off. Anyway, like I said, you just have to make sure that you're treating it as a conversation. Some of us are very worried and very tensed about what we are going to say. Is it going to sound right? Is it going to sound wrong? And I don't think that's the right approach. Just say what comes from your heart, and I'm sure that over time you will be able to learn the art of structuring a table topic with introduction, body, and conclusion, and delivering it to the best of your ability. With that, over to you, Madam General Evaluator. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Archita. What was most wonderful was the tips in the end. I'm sure everybody is going to remember it and incorporate it. Thank you once again. Friends, now it's time to get the report for my team. Toastmaster Tanvi, the timer. Can I have your report, please? Can we have your report?
Thank you, Toastmaster Panna. So today, I'm really excited because we kind of started right on time, which usually never happens. And then we went through the meeting, but then we started, we kind of got delayed during the prepared speech session by about 5 minutes. Then our time was extended during the table topic session by about 10 minutes. And currently looking at the time of 5:53, we should have been at the final, at the polling, at the polls of the meetings, but we are still with the general evaluation session. So we are running about 20 minutes late. As far as the speakers are concerned, our speaker one, Toastmaster Anil, had a maximum time of 6 minutes 30 seconds, but he took a time of 7 minutes 33 seconds. So I guess he's ineligible for the Best Speaker Award for this meeting. Speaker 2, Toastmaster Anurag, took 5 minutes 50 seconds. His maximum time was 7 minutes 30 seconds, so he's qualified. Then during the table topic sessions, all of our speakers are qualified. Toastmaster Akshay, Toastmaster Amrish, Toastmaster Jaita, they all spoke for about 1 minute 30 seconds. And Toastmaster Pratiti spoke about 1 minute 46 seconds. For evaluators, Toastmaster DTM Siddharth spoke for 3 minutes 15 seconds, and DTM Colin spoke for 3 minutes 13 seconds. So as far as evaluators and table topic speakers are concerned, all have been qualified. So there were a couple of glitches. I guess there were a couple of speakers who could not see the timer cards during their turn. So I would like to apologize for that. There were a few technical glitches on my end. So thank you for your patience. And again, thank you for this wonderful opportunity to play this role at this meeting. So thank you, and over to General Evaluator, Toastmaster Panna.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tanvi. And my report on your role, once you have already apologized, I cannot pinpoint those faults, but you did your introduction of the role very well and you reported very well. So let's quickly go on to the next role player, Toastmaster Yogendra as the R counter. Toastmaster Yogendra, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Panna. Toastmaster of the day, TM Sweta, had a very good flow of speeches. She just used 2 times R and 2 repetitive words like project, and please. Speaker 1, Toastmaster Anil, had a very fabulous speech, and he just used 7 times the word, the filler word "and." Speaker 2, TM Anurag, had just 1 filler word "so" in his speech. Table topic master Toastmaster Aditya used 10 hours. Apart from their speech was very good. Toastmaster Akshay had no filler words. Toastmaster Ambrish had 4 and in his speech. Toastmaster Jaita had 4 hours and 1 so. Toastmaster Pratithi had 5 hours and 1 life in a speech. Table topic evaluator became Archita Tiwari had 9 hours in a speech. Toastmaster Panna had a very good flow of speech and had only 2 hours. DTM Siddharth had 7 hours and DTM Colin had 3 hours. That's it from mine. Over to you, Toastmaster Panna.
Wow. Toastmaster Yogendra, that was a brilliant performance. Thank you so much. And while introducing your role, you were very pleasant. You had a very pleasant way of explaining your role, and you gave your report also very nicely. Thank you for that. Let's now quickly go on to the grammarians report. Toastmaster Shreyas, the mic is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Panna, and a warm good evening to you all once again. Before I display my report card, I will just say that it is my first evaluation which is happening, and instinctively I have looked at most of the positive things in all the speakers, and I can say one thing, that all the speeches, if I can summarize, it was well structured, organized, full of insights, some of the famous phrases and beautifully decorated sentences. It was a personal learning for me as well. Only one thing in general which could have been improved in this session throughout would have been the usage of word of the day, that is solitude, most of the times. Now coming on to speaker-wise report cards. First speaker was Toastmaster Anil Prabhu. I think you have used some of the really fantabulous words and phrases like enthusiastic person, dose of advice, hopped in, life was pacing up, my patience paid off, juggling around at this juncture, hard work paid off. These are some of the really good fillers to make in any sentences. Some of the things which could have been looked at was, like, you used one sentence called Mumbai was said to be, or in general sentence we say Mumbai is said to be rather than Mumbai was said to be, because that is also in the present. You use somewhere called at every year. So grammatically we can probably use at each year. Then you had used one sentence called I had missed my family. Rather than to make it more complete, the sentence more replete, we can use I had missed some good time or some fantastic time with my family members, like that. You also used some places called you doesn't require, or grammatically we can use it as you don't require or you do not require rather than you doesn't require. And one thing again which you could have used was the word of the day, that is solitude. For example, in your speech you could have probably used that I was missing the solitude of the blissful time with my near and dear ones or with my family members. Otherwise your speech was having some of the really good phrases which I mentioned in the beginning. Coming on to the speaker number 2, Toastmaster Anurag Jain. Well, again, to reciprocate what I just said for first speaker, you use some of the good phrases like I heard a divine voice. That was one of the good sentence. Then you used 3-4 times forward looking, which is a very optimistic word. Then you used he cajoled me to study, which was very nice. You also use some of the sentences like by the touch of the master. I was bewildered, bemused. These are some of the really good words to use in any speeches. You also use like eloquent speeches at the 11th hour. So mind me, you have used some of the really good phrases throughout your speech. One thing wherein you used like I can stand in front of a crowd. So a crowd is supposed to come with the crowd or the crowd rather than a crowd. So one of the small thing, but maybe you can look at from the next speeches. You also, as far as I remember, you did not use word of the day, that is solitude, which you could have used probably. Then, yeah, for example, you could have used like earlier, I was following the policy of solitude before, the master held my hand. So something like that you could have used in your sentences. And that's all for speaker number 2. Otherwise, the speech was well crafted. For table topic master TM Aditya, you also have used some of the phrases like fast-paced and exciting experience. So this gives some really power and thirst to the speech. You have used some good sentences. You also have used the word of the day. You have used a few moments of solitude. So it was nice to hear because you had kind of initiated the use of word of the day. It was good. You have used one phrase called table topics is all about. So we could say table topics are all about, like that. Coming to the Toastmaster Akshay, our table topic Toastmaster Akshay, you had used the word we are in solitude during COVID-19 situation. So hats off to you. Thank you for opening up your speech with this word of the day. You have used to summarize, otherwise your speech did not have any corrections grammatically or otherwise. Topic TM Amrish, you have used some of the powerful verbs or adjectives in your speeches like accelerate knowledge in all areas I'm working, dedication and determination, which always helped me. That was really good to hear. There were some voice interruptions, so I had missed some part of your speech, but after overall your speech was good. You have used at one of the place called move towards my goal, which cannot be called wrong in grammatical terms, but it would be good if we can use something like to progress towards our goal, because movement is different from progress. So this is something which we can improve upon. You also probably missed to use word of the day. That would have been great if you could have added in your speech. Moving forward, table topic Toastmaster Jaita. Well, you had a very well structured and a smooth flow. I didn't find much improvement opportunity. At one of the sentence you used that I used to spend in different segments. So English language grammatically does not allow to use different two words like different or very much. So that doesn't make any difference. So you could have used that I used to spend in different segments or contrasting segments, something like that. Otherwise, your speech did not have much. Then table topic Toastmaster Pratiti. You have used some of the well structured phrases like female protagonist, close to my heart, running after the mirage of happiness. It was really insightful. You have also used the phrase called happiness is the state of mind. Happiness does not come from the material things. These are some of the really insightful phrases to use in any speech. Again, you could have also used word of the day, which was missing probably. Evaluator 1, DTM Siddharth. Your speech had some of the sentences like taking on a flight of journey. Very good. You had a very good grammar and sentence formation. So hats off to you. You had also used the sentence like creating a connection with the audience. So some of the good phrases. At one sentence you used perhaps.
Toastmaster Shreyas, that's a wonderful in detail explanation of all the good grammatical usage and what could be done better. Maybe you can pass it on to them offline because some of the Toastmasters need to leave. So sorry for interrupting you.
No problem. Thank you so much. I was feeling that I am taking more time. Sorry for that. Yeah.
No problem. You are doing justice to your role, but there is a time constraint for all the roles. So let's go ahead with that. Okay. Thank you. I have one input for you. Instead of using a word like solitude for a meeting like this, maybe a word like rollicking would have been more apt. So, a more positive, fun-loving word. Thank you. Now let's go on to my feedback of the entire session. I'll be as fast as possible. Toastmaster, the Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Sweta. Sweta started right bang on time, and she started with a lot of positive energy with a sweet smiling face. And she introduced the president very well. Kudos to you on that, Toastmaster Sweta. The president, Toastmaster Nigel Gomez, another smiling face. It's very nice to see that. He cut short. He did a lot of time management and he quickly introduced the Toastmaster of the Day. Toastmaster of the Day is Toastmaster Sweta Singhania. That was a beautiful topic. You handled it very well. I like the way you interacted with the audience and kept all of us interested with different facts about the two cities. After all, it was a tale of two cities. Very well done. One thing you've forgotten to do is introduce what your role is about. Please keep that in mind next time. Quickly to the table topic master. Table topic master, Toastmaster Aditya. You had a very good, you introduced what your role was about very well. And I really loved your choice of topics. What could have been done better is quick transition between speakers. We would have saved some time over there. So that was my general evaluation for the entire session. I will quickly hand over the stage to Toastmaster Krishnesh to take it forward. The mic is yours, Toastmaster Krishnesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Panna. And of course, like I've told before, she is actually our diva in the club. She is a DTM in that way, Diva Toastmaster. That being said, guys, we have another webinar by one of our members, Toastmaster Rupesh, who is going to be giving his level 5 speech using the same Zoom link. And that's supposed to start at 6. We are already late. So I'll share the results of the voting with Tanvi and Nigel and everybody in the group. And I would like to thank everyone who joined in from Goa and from Calcutta to make this meeting possible. Trust me, one of the good things which is going to happen, that because I'm going to cut this meeting short, is it is going to make me work even harder to make the second meeting happen as soon as possible. Right? Tanvi, I'm going to keep bothering you. Nigel, you too. And we'll get that done. And all of you join in again. And Jervis, I'll try to make sure that I get DTM Abdul and reunite old friends too. And that's how I would like to close this meeting. I don't have this one, so I have this, which I used to clean my bed. So I close the meeting. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you guys soon.
My apologies again to Toastmaster Shreyas. I'm so sorry I had to interrupt him.
It's his first time.